Good morning, everyone. So today I'm going to make an important announcement, about an initiative we have taken to address cardiovascular health. But before that, let us discuss a bit about the, heart health and heart diseases. So, cardiovascular disease is our number one killer worldwide, right? It kills 17 million people essentially every year, right? And we really do not know, that why we develop cardiovascular disease, but generally most of the biomarkers which healthcare practitioners refer to is, cholesterol metabolism. If you have high uh, LDL cholesterol, that is one of the independent biomarker for cardiovascular disease. Homocysteine levels, C-reactive protein. There are a number of such tests, which uh, doctors may ask you to go to understand your health of your heart, right? And most of the interventions are actually medicines and drugs, right? So you may be put on statins, right? And again, it may have various side effects, but all the interventions, whether it's fat diets or medicines, would not help you overcome heart diseases, right? And you may just be able to manage them. If you have, for instance, if you have high LDL level, probably doctors, your coaches may ask you to stop consuming, a lot of that yolk portion of eggs, or a lot of protein sources, right? To some extent they are right, but not really, because again our body needs cholesterol to perform various functions, for the production of bile acid, for vitamin D, for various hormones inside the body, even cellular functions, brain functions, right? So it may be one of the devastating impact of suppressing cholesterol by statins and this cholesterol lowering medications. But so again, it is important to understand that cardiovascular disease starts at least 2 decades before the symptoms start showing up, right? And there are a lot of these biochemical interaction happening inside the body at a molecular cellular level, which unfortunately a lot of clinical tests of plasma level investigation, or what we call as blood tests, are not able to decode, right? So body is a sack of biochemical activities. So a lot of these uh, biochemical activities stimulate our immune system, and there's a huge role of gut and oral microbiome into it, right? So a lot of these understand this. A lot of these foods have 25,000 plus compounds and chemicals, and when you eat a meal, around hundreds of thousands of them hit your microbiome, and these microbes convert into byproducts, what we call as chemicals or metabolites, and these metabolites actually stimulates your immune system, right? It tells your immune system to do to actually kill a pathogen, or maybe tell everything is fine, there's no need to do any action, just calm down. And so again, it all depends upon what metabolites are being produced when your these compounds in food interact with your microbiome, right? So essentially, all these, so our microbiome have around 20 million genes, but not all genes are activated or encoded at one point in time, right? So when you eat something, the compounds in, for instance, you have eating steaks, compounds in steak can actually interact with your microbiome and lead to production of certain biochemical pro-inflammatory biochemicals like TMAO, which can actually stimulate the immune system, which can trigger pro-inflammatory systemic inflammation, and can even over a period of time lead to development of arteries, right? Development plaque in arteries, right? That is the starting point of the cardiovascular disease, right? So a lot of this interaction between the food and microbiome leads to expression of certain virulence genes that can lead to production of pro-inflammatory chemicals, right? And these pro-inflammatory chemicals can stimulate your immune system, and immune system, based on certain receptors, immune system called inflammasomes, can lead to upregulation of certain, cytokines and chemokines, which leads to development of plaques in arteries and can lead to heart disease, right? So what if we can actually understand these biochemicals, decode these biochemicals at a molecular level, much before these symptoms come into picture, right? And that's what we have set out to do. So we are now launching our third production model, which we call is VASCOMATH. So essentially, looking at the interaction between food and oral and gut microbiome, we can actually, tell you there are 10 pathways which can tell you the state of your health and tell you whether you're moving towards or away of cardiovascular disease, right? So these are bitrate production, what we look. So it's an anti-inflammatory thing. It is beneficial. More bitrate we have, better it is, right? So bitrate production is an outcome of your microbiome metabolizing a lot of fiber, right? LPS, lipopolysaccharides, again, it's an outcome of microbes metabolizing sugar and a lot of this processed food, which is highly pro-inflammatory. TMAO, again, foods which are high in lecithin, choline and L-carnitine can lead to production of TMA, which move from your gut produce your TMA, and this goes to your liver, which is converted into TMAO, and which is one of the independent biomarker for cardiovascular disease. Similarly, PAG, phenylacetyl-glutamine, it is a metabolism of microbe consuming a lot of these, metabolizing a lot of these phenylalanine in foods such as milk, turkey, chicken, pistachio nuts, and a lot of these things, right? We also look at cholesterol metabolism, right? So again, if you have a certain microbes, which can actually, convert excess cholesterol in cholesterol, which can be excreted through feces. So probably, having eggs may not be that bad, right? So we look at your cholesterol metabolism, we look at bile acid metabolism, we look at your intestinal permeability, your leaky gut situation, right? We look at peak resol production. Again, if there's a lot of uremic toxins produced inside the body, right? For instance, you're taking a lot of protein and uremic toxins peak resol, again, in oxide sulfate. All these are metabolism of certain aromatic amino acids, right? These are independent biomarkers for, again, cardiovascular disease, because these uremic toxins can actually, generally your kidney filters it out, but over a period of time your kidney becomes inefficient to filter, and then there's a lot of high level of uremic toxins in your blood, which again causes oxidative stress and which can impact your heart health, right? So we look at peak resol production, we look at endoxyl sulfate, we also look at endoxyl sulfate production, indole propionic acid, which is anti-inflammatory, right, which is really very beneficial for improving your heart health, right? So these are the 10 biomarkers we look at. So we are looking at your specific biomarker, how your microbes are activating these pathways of producing these metabolites. We can tell you whether you're moving towards or away from a disease. And then if you have a high risk or a medium risk of cardiovascular disease, probably we carve out nutrition interventions such that we feed your microbiome with the right set of compounds which can produce anti-inflammatory metabolites such as bitrate, indole propionic acid, and not the harmful substances such as, and sometimes the harmful metabolites such as LPS, TMAO, and PAG, and a lot of these things. These would be a part of our both gut microbiome sequencing and oral microbiome sequencing platform, right? And it would be a part of this entire service we provide, right? So now you can learn about your risk for type 2 diabetes, risk for cardiovascular disease, and also risk for autism, right? So it is live now. So any new customer who comes and joins us can predict their risk of cardiovascular disease, right? That's it for today. Have a great day. Thank you very much.